Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Will and welcome to my channel where I discuss all things credit card rewards. So go ahead and hit that little red subscribe button. So in today's video, it's going to be a follow-up to my last video in which I went over what appears to be the end of the Amex Airline incidental fee credit hack, in which you can use that credit towards buying gift cards for Delta and Southwest. So yeah, feel free to check out that video, but I'm not gonna go into too much more detail other than that. But it seems that there have been more data points rolling in on the various websites and forums where people are trying to, buy gift cards, but they're not getting the credit back with Amex. So I personally bought a Delta gift card with my Platinum card on July 4th, so about 4 days ago, and I have not gotten my credit back yet. So it's not looking too good. I'm not really too optimistic about it, but it is what it is, and we just have to roll the punches. So what I've been reading online is that a lot of people are really thinking about canceling their Amex cards because they can't use this credit towards buying gift cards anymore. And I think they're kind of jumping the gun here, because I think the cards that offer the credit still have a lot of value. So the cards that offer it are the Platinum card, the Gold card, and the Hilton Aspire card. And the Platinum Business card has it as well, but I'm not going to really jump into that one. It's pretty similar to just a personal Platinum card. So we're gonna look at all three of these cards, and we're going to see how much value we get with these cards without that airline incidental fee. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first card that we have is the Gold card, and with that it has an annual fee of $250. And with that fee, you get 2 credits. The first one is what I just call the food credit. This credit is your Grubhub, your Seamless, your Cheesecake Factory, and all those other things. And with that, you get $120 every year. So little disclaimer, I'm going to be taking the max value of all these credits. I'm not going to assume that you're just going to use partial. I'm just going to say you're going to take the full max value every year. Next, there is of course the airline incidental fee credit. And for the sake of this video, the whole purpose of the exercise that we're doing here, we're just going to say that it's 0 because you're not going to be using the credit towards any gift cards. So that brings our effective annual fee down to $130. So what I want to do is determine how much spend we had to put on this card in order to get $130 worth of value. So with the Gold cards, you get 4x back on restaurants and groceries, 3x back on flights. So for our break-even calculation, we're just going to use restaurants and groceries just to keep things simple, because I assume that's what most people are going to be using this card for. So with that, we'll see that we have to put about $3,250 worth of spend on the card every year in order to get $130 worth of value. But that is based on a 1 cent per point valuation, and Amex points should be worth more than 1 cent per point if you're using it correctly. So we're gonna bump up that valuation to just 1.5 cents per point, which is lower than what, say, the point guy says they're worth at 2 cents per point, but we're gonna be a little conservative here. So with that 1.5 cents per point valuation, we see that our minimum spend that we had to do in order to break even is $2,100 or $2,166 every year. So that's really not that much if you think about it for restaurants and groceries. That's probably less than $200 every month in these two categories. So very easy to break even with this card. Now, you also have to take into consideration the other benefits that the Gold card has. So you're talking about your purchase protections, your shop runner, baggage insurance, car rental insurance, and roadside assistance. Now, these are all things that you had to value personally. I can't really tell you how much they're worth, but when you go through the exercise, you'll see that your effective annual fee would come down some, as well as your break-even point. So the next card that we have is the Platinum card. So the Platinum card has a pretty hefty annual fee of $550, but it comes with quite a few credits. So the first one is the Uber credit, which is $200 every year. The second is the Saks Fifth Avenue credit, which is $100 every year. Next is the Global Entry TSA pre-check. So that is $100 for the Global Entry, and since a Global Entry will last you 5 years, we're just gonna say that's gonna be worth $20 every year. So saying all that, of course, the airline incidental fee, again, it's maxed at $200, but we're just gonna assume that's 0. So our effective annual fee is $230. So same thing we did with the Gold card. We're gonna look at the spend with the Platinum card. So the Platinum card has 2 bonus categories. One, you get 5x back on airfare, and then the other one is 5x back on prepaid hotels. So our break-even point based on that is $4,600 based on 1 cent per point. But when you factor in a 1.5 cents per point evaluation, you're looking at $3,000 worth of spend. And of course, the Platinum card is really known for its other benefits. So you're talking about your lounge access. So your Centurion Lounge, your Priority Pass Select, your Delta Sky Lounge, the Hilton Gold status, car rental insurance, purchase protection, shop runner. So you do have to factor in all those things when you're looking at this. So if you value all those credits at their max value and look at all these other benefits, I mean, your effective annual fee should be pretty close to zero. So a card pretty much pays for itself in that instance. So our final card is the Hilton Aspire card. So the Hilton Aspire card has an annual fee of $450 and it does come with a few credits. So the first credit is a resort credit of $250. The second one is an on-property credit with Waldorf or Conrad hotels of $100. And of course the airline incidental fee credit, it is maxed out at $250, but again, we're just gonna assume that it's $0. So our effective annual fee is only $100 for this card. So looking at our spend and what we had to do in order to break even, you'll see that the Aspire card will give you 14 points back on all your Hilton purchases, 7 points back on restaurants, flights, and car rentals, 3 points back on everything else. So for our calculation to break even, we're just gonna use the restaurant spend category just because I assume a lot of people are gonna be using it for restaurant and spends. But of course, if you're gonna be staying at a lot of Hilton hotels, feel free to use that 14 points back. So for our restaurant break even, it's looking at about $1,400. But unfortunately, Hilton points are not worth 1 cent per point. They are worth about 0.5, 0.6 cents per point, or sometimes even higher, 0.8 cents per point. Of course, it depends on what your personal valuation is, but we'll just say 0.5 to be conservative. So you're looking at $2,800 in order to break even when you're spending at restaurants. Now the Hilton Aspire card has a lot of great other benefits still. So of course you have the weekend free night, which is definitely gonna be worth more than a $100 annual fee that you gotta make up. And then you get diamond status, baggage insurance, roadside assistance, car rental insurance, priority pass lounge access, shop runner, and travel accident insurance. So this is why the Hilton Aspire card is my favorite credit card in my wallet. It just offers so much and it's very easy to make up that annual fee that you had to pay every year. So guys, those are the 3 cards. I know I didn't address the Platinum Business card, but it's pretty similar to the Personal Platinum card. The annual fee is a little bit higher, but all the credits are pretty similar. So feel free to, use the similar numbers here. But yeah, I would say based on this just little, high level exercise that we did, that all of these cards are very much viable. Now I do have all 3 of these cards. I do plan on keeping the gold card and the Aspire card. Probably not the platinum card because I just, even before this, I guess devaluation, I never plan on keeping the platinum card anyway, just because I don't value the credits at their full value. So it just doesn't make sense for me to keep it. Plus I just have a lot of high annual fee cards anyway. So I just got it for the sign-up point bonus. I do plan on getting rid of it. But the other 2 cards, definitely gonna stay in my wallet. This whole airline incidental fee doesn't really, change anything for me personally, but I would like to know what you guys think. So feel free to leave a comment below. Again, it's just, it's just a little setback in my opinion. I think there's still just a lot of great value here. Now, in terms of the airline incidental fee credit itself, I do wish they changed it up a little bit. So the way that it works now is once you get your cards, you choose your airline and you're pretty much stuck with that airline until January. And that's the only time you can change it. You may be able to call in and have that airline change, but I don't want to have to do that. So the main change that I would make is they'll allow you to change it manually. Just log into your app, log into your account on your computer, and change it maybe monthly or maybe quarterly, preferably monthly. And it's just as easy as that because I don't always fly the same airline every year, and I'm not going to base what airline I fly just based on this airline incidental fee credit. So just this year I've flown Frontier, Southwest, Delta. I'm going to fly American later, and I might have a United flight at some point as well. So that's 5 different airlines I've flown. So just having it stuck to one airline, it's just kind of a pain in the butt. So that'll be the one big change I wish they made. I mean, I wish they would just change it to a straight travel credit like, Chase Sapphire Reserve, but I seriously doubt we're going to get that. So I would take that small little change, at least in my opinion, it's a small change. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys think about that. What would you like to see with this airline incidental fee credit? Would you like to see it just kind of go away and maybe have the annual fee lowered or something else? Let me know. I would love to hear about it. So yeah, that's all I got for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Share with friends if you think it will help them out, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.